Okay, I've heard whispers about this, and it still kind of blows my mind. Some people are making hundreds, even like thousands of dollars each month from what most of us just call trash. And we're not just talking about being frugal here, stretching a budget. This is a full-blown cash-making hustle. Today we're doing a deep dive into the, surprising world of dumpster diving for profit. Our mission really is to unpack what kinds of valuable items people are actually finding out there. Where are they discovering these unexpected treasures? How are they reselling them? And this is crucial. We need to get into the ethical and legal stuff involved. It really challenges common perceptions, doesn't it? Because we're not talking about finding like old banana peels or something. We're talking about perfectly good merchandise that somehow just ends up in the bin. So when we say perfectly good, what are we really defining as valuable here?
Well, yeah, perfectly good. In this context often means things like products where maybe the packaging is expired, but the product inside is fine, or seasonal retail displays, stuff that's just not needed anymore, general overstocked goods, even items with just like slight cosmetic damage. They aren't necessarily bad or unusable items. They just, they don't fit the strict retail model anymore. And honestly, for businesses, it often becomes a disposal cost.
Right. And it's genuinely astonishing what makes its way into these bins. I mean, you see these videos online now, right? There's this whole subculture on YouTube and TikTok. People proudly showing off their hauls, they call them. They're pulling out things like unopened cosmetics, clothes that look barely worn, various tech accessories, even unopened food that's still within its best buy date.
Yeah, and that's an important distinction, the best buy versus expiration. Best buy is often about peak quality, not safety.
Exactly. The sheer volume of useful things being thrown out is just...
No, it's mind-boggling. And what's really fascinating, too, is where these items are typically found. The sources we looked at highlight that these big hauls often come from behind large retailers, electronic stores, and perhaps surprisingly, college campuses. Especially, during those big student move-out days at the end of semesters. It's not just about individual waste, though. It really points to systemic inefficiencies in retail supply chains. Sometimes the cost of disposal is actually less than the cost of sending things back, reverse logistics, or even setting up proper donation channels.
Which creates this huge opportunity, right? Albeit a pretty unconventional one.
A massive opportunity, yeah, for anyone willing to sort of intervene in that waste stream.
So, okay, once these treasures are found, what's the next step? Because this isn't just about keeping for personal use, is it? The key here is the resale part.
Exactly. That's the hustle aspect. Many of these finds can be cleaned up, maybe tested if they're electronics, and then resold. Platforms like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, OfferUp, Poshmark, those become the crucial secondary markets. You're essentially turning what was literally considered trash just hours before into, valuable commodities.
Right.
It's really a remarkable example of a circular economy in action.
Kind of a grassroots version of it.
Totally. Keeping products and materials in use for as long as possible, reducing waste, even if it's informal, it's a direct response to industrial scale waste.
And we're seeing real proof that this can actually work, that it's viable. Like, there's this one woman in Texas, for example. She turned weekend dumpster diving into a side hustle. And now apparently makes about $2,000 a month just from reselling beauty products she finds.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of them were still sealed when she found them.
That's incredible.
That kind of success, though, it naturally leads us to ask, what are the boundaries here? Legally, ethically?
Yeah, and this is absolutely crucial to understand. Because the legal landscape for dumpster diving is, it's kind of a patchwork. It varies a lot. Some states might operate under abandoned property laws, as the sources point out. So if something's in a dumpster on public property and there are no trespassing signs, it might be okay.
Might be.
Right. Big might. Because private businesses often consider their dumpsters part of their private property, or, they see it as a significant liability risk if someone gets hurt rummaging around back there.
That makes sense. Insurance and all that.
Exactly. So it's absolutely essential to do your homework, understand your local city ordinances, state laws, and always, always be respectful of private property boundaries. Trespassing is trespassing. And then just from a practical standpoint, hygiene is obviously paramount. Everything needs to be properly sanitized, checked, verified before you even think about reselling it or using it yourself.
Right. Absolutely critical.
What's truly fascinating about this whole phenomenon, though, whether it's discarded retail goods or those huge piles on college move-out day, it really highlights this powerful concept, value awareness.
Value awareness.
It's
Explain that a bit.
It's about really noticing the immense waste that's all around us, pretty much everywhere,
Mhm.
and then seeing potential profit, seeing value, where most people just see, well, garbage. If you connect this to the bigger picture, this whole hustle fundamentally challenges a really common assumption, which is the myth, that making money always requires significant capital investment up front.
Right, that you need money to make money.
Exactly. But sometimes all you really need is maybe a flashlight, a good pair of gloves, and that crucial shift in perspective, just learning to see potential value where others don't.
So what does this all mean for you, listening right now? Well, next time you pass by that alley behind the shops, where you see those overflowing piles on college move-out day, our deep dive today kind of shows you shouldn't just, walk on by without a second thought. There might just be actual money staring right back at you from that pile. I mean, yeah, it's certainly messy work, no doubt about it. But for the right kind of hustler, it seems like it can be pure gold. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other overlooked opportunities might be hiding in plain sight in your own world?